Durham University is a collegiate public research university in Durham, northeast England, with a second campus in nearby Stockton-on-Tees. It was founded by an Act of Parliament in 1832 and granted a royal charter in 1837. It was one of the first universities to commence tuition in England for more than 600 years and claims to be the third oldest university in England. Although this is disputed, the Durham University estate includes 63 listed buildings, ranging from the 11th century Durham Castle to a 1930s Art Deco Chapel. The university also owns and manages the Durham World Heritage Site in partnership with Durham Cathedral. The university's ownership of the World Heritage Site includes Durham Castle, Palace Green, and the surrounding buildings, including the historic Cousins Library. The Chancellor of the university is Sir Thomas Allen, who succeeded Bill Bryson in January 2012. As a collegiate university, its main functions are divided between the academic departments of the university and 16 colleges. In general, the departments perform research and provide lectures to students, while the colleges are responsible for the domestic arrangements and welfare of undergraduate students, graduate students, postdoctoral researchers and some university staff. The university is a member of the Russell Group of leading UK universities after previously being a member of the 1994 group. Durham is also affiliated with several university groups, including the N8 Research Partnership, the Matariki Network of Universities and the Coimbra Group. The university is currently ranked 5th to 6th by recent National League tables of the British universities and in the top 100 in 2 of the 3 major global tables. In terms of average UCAS points of new entrants in 2014, Durham ranked 4th with the average entrant amassing 524 UCAS points. Long established as the leading alternative to Oxford and Cambridge, the university attracts a largely middle-class student body, according to the Times Good University Guide. In 2014, Durham had the 5th highest proportion of privately educated students at 36.6%. In 2013, Durham was judged to have the best quality of student life in the country in the inaugural Lloyds Bank rankings and has never been out of the top 3, coming in 3rd in 2014 and 2nd in 2015. The university was Sunday Times University of the Year for 2005, also making the shortlist for the 2004 and 2016 awards, and the Times and Sunday Times Sports University of the Year for 2015. Current and emeritus academics include 14 Fellows of the Royal Society, 17 Fellows of the British Academy, 14 Fellows of the Academy of Social Sciences, 5 Fellows of the Royal Society of Edinburgh, 2 Fellows of the Royal Society of Arts and 2 Fellows of the Academy of Medical Sciences. Durham graduates have long used the Latin post-nominal letters Dun-Elm after the degree, from Dun-Elmensis. History. Origins. The strong tradition of theological teaching in Durham gave rise to various attempts to form a university there, notably under King Henry VIII and Oliver Cromwell, who issued letters patent and nominated a proctor and fellows for the establishment of a college in 1657. However, there was deep concern expressed by Oxford and Cambridge that the awarding of degree powers could hinder the position. Consequently, it was not until 1832 when Parliament, at the instigation of Archdeacon Charles Thorpe and with the support of the Bishop of Durham, William Van Mildert, passed an act to enable the Dean and Chapter of Durham Cathedral to appropriate part of the property of the church to the establishment of a university in connection therewith that the university came into being. The Act received royal assent from King William IV on 4 July 1832. The Church University 1832–1909. The university opened on 28 October 1833. In 1834 all but 2 of the bishops of the Church of England confirmed that they would accept holders of Durham degrees for ordination. In 1835 a fundamental statute was passed by the Dean and Chapter as governors of the university, setting up convocation and laying down that Durham degrees would only be open to members of the Church of England. Regulations for degrees were finalized in 1836 and the university was incorporated by royal charter granted by William IV on 1 June 1837 as the Warden, Masters and Scholars of the University of Durham, with the first students graduating a week later. Accommodation was provided in the Archdeacon's Inn from 1833 to 1837. On the accession of Queen Victoria, an Order of the Queen in Council was issued granting the use of Durham Castle to the university. In 1846, Bishop Hatfield's Hall was founded, providing for the opportunity for students to obtain affordable lodgings with fully catered communal eating. Those attending University College were expected to bring a servant with them to deal with cooking, cleaning and so on. Elsewhere, the university expanded from Durham into Newcastle in 1852 when the medical school there became a college of the university. This was joined in 1871 by the College of Physical Sciences. St. Cuthbert's Society was founded in 1888 to cater for non-resident students in Durham, while 2 teacher training colleges, St. Hilda's for women, established in 1858, and the College of the Venerable Bede for men, established in 1839, also existed in the city. These merged to form a mixed college in 1975. From 1896 these were associated with the university, and graduates of St. Hilda's were the first female graduates from Durham in 1898. During the expansion phase the university also became the first English university to establish relationship with overseas institutions. Firstly in 1875 with Codrington College, Barbados, and secondly in early 1876 with Fora Bay College, Sierra Leone. Under the arrangements the 2 colleges became affiliated colleges of the university, with their students sitting examinations for and receiving Durham degrees. The landmark event was not met with universal applause, with the London Times stating it would not be much longer before the University of Durham was affiliated to the zoo. After nearly a century of affiliation and with the prevailing winds of decolonization, Fora Bay became independent of the university in 1968 to form part of the University of Sierra Leone, while Codrington College retained its affiliation with the university until the 2000s. The first debating society in Durham was founded in 1835. This may have closed by 1839. In 1842, the Durham University Union was established and later revived in 1872–3, when it took up the name of the Durham Union Society and moved to Palace Green. The Durham College's Students' Representative Council was founded c. 1900 after the model of the College of Medicine (SRC). The Durham University SRC was formed in 1907 with representatives from the Durham Colleges, the College of Medicine, and Armstrong College. In 1963, after the creation of Newcastle University, the Durham College's SRC became the Durham University SRC, and was renamed as the Durham Students' Union in 1970. Until the mid-19th century, university University of Durham degrees were subject to a religion test and could only be taken by members of the established church. Medical degrees in Newcastle were exempt from this requirement from the start of the affiliation of the medical school, but in Durham it lasted until the revision of the statutes in 1865. Despite the opening of degrees, staff and members of convocation were still required to be members of the Church of England until the Universities Tests Act 1871. However, dissenters were able to attend Durham and then sit the examinations for degrees of the University of London, which were not subject to any religious test. Following the grant of a supplemental charter in 1895 allowing women to receive degrees of the university, the Women's Hostel was founded in 1899. The Federal University 1909 to 1963, the Newcastle Division of the university, which comprised both Armstrong College and Durham University College of Medicine, quickly grew to outnumber the Durham colleges. Despite the addition of two independent Anglican foundations, St Chad's College and St John's College, a parliamentary bill proposed in 1907 would have fixed the seat of the university in Durham for only 10 years, allowing the Senate to choose to move to Newcastle after this. This was blocked by a local MP, with the support of graduates of the Durham colleges, until the bill was modified to establish a federal university with its seat fixed in Durham. This reform also removed the university from the authority of the Dean and Chapter of Durham Cathedral, who had been the governors of the university since its foundation. 30 years after this, the Royal Commission of 1937 recommended changes in the constitution of the Federal University, resulting in the merger of the two Newcastle colleges in the Newcastle Division to form King's College. The vice-chancellorship alternated between the warden of the Durham Division and the rector of the Newcastle Division. After World War II, the Durham Division expanded rapidly. St Aidan's Society was founded in 1947 to cater for non-resident women, and the decision was made to expand further on Elvet Hill, relocating St Mary's College, building a new men's colleges, vastly expanding the existing pure science provision in Durham, and adding applied science and engineering. In 1947, the foundation stones for the new St Mary's College building on Elvet Hill were laid by the Princess Elizabeth. The new building opened in 1952. In the same year, tensions surfaced again over the Durham-Newcastle divide, with a proposal to change the name of the university to the University of Durham and Newcastle. This motion was defeated in convocation by 135 votes to 129. 11 years later, with the Universities of Durham and Newcastle upon Tyne Act 1963, King's College became the University of Newcastle upon Tyne, leaving Durham University based solely in its home city. By the time of the separation from Newcastle, the Elvet Hill side was well established, with the first of the new colleges, Grey College, being founded in 1959. Expansion up Elvet Hill continued, with Van Mild Art College and the Durham Business School, Trevelyan College and Collingwood College all being added to the university, along with the Botanic Garden. These were not the only developments in the university, however. The Graduate Society, catering for postgraduate students, was founded in 1965, and the Roman Catholic Seminary of Ushaw College, which had been in Durham since 1808, was licensed as a hall of residence in 1968. In 1988, the last men's college became mixed, followed by the Women's College of Trevelyan in 1992, leaving the original Women's College of St Mary's as the last single-sex college. In 1989, the university started its fundraising and alumni office, with a virtual community for alumni and several large gifts made to the university, including from the Center for Middle Eastern Studies. the Department of Physics and the Wolfson Research Institute. In 1991, a joint venture between the university and the University of Teesside saw the joint University College on Teesside of the Universities of Durham and Teesside established at Thornaby-on-Tees in the borough of Stockton-on-Tees and the ceremonial county of North Yorkshire, 30 miles to the south of Durham. It opened under the name of University College Stockton in 1992. UCS was initially intended to grant joint degrees validated by both institutions. However, Teesside, which had only become a university in 1992, had difficulties in taking on its responsibilities for the college and withdrew in 1994, Durham taking over full responsibility for UCS and the degrees to be awarded there. A program of integration with Durham began, with the Privy Council approving changes in Durham statutes to make UCS a college of the University of Durham. Further integration of the Stockton development with the university led to the formation of the University of Durham, Stockton campus in 1998 and the separation of teaching responsibilities from UCS. 21st century in 2001, two new colleges, John Snow and George Stephenson, were established at Stockton, replacing UCS, and the new medical school took in its first students, the first medics to join Durham since 1963. In 2002, her Golden Jubilee year, the Queen granted the title Queen's Campus to the Stockton site. In 2005, the university unveiled a rebranded logotype and introduced the trading name of Durham University. However, the official name of the institution remains the University of Durham and the official coat of arms is unchanged. The same year, St Mary's College had its first mixed undergraduate intake. In October 2006, Josephine Butler College, a long-standing development, opened its doors to students as Durham's newest college, the only purpose-built self-catering college for students within Durham. This was the first new college to open in Durham itself since the 1970s, at the creation of Collingwood. By 2005, Queen's Campus, Stockton, accounted for around 18% of the total university student population. This is likely to increase in coming years thanks to future expansion plans. In 2007, the campus cafeteria, the Waterside Room, was renovated and now serves as the campus student bar. In addition to this facility, both colleges at the campus benefit from their own college bars managed centrally, however, and not by their JCRs. In July 2009, Tony Blair, the former British Prime Minister, announced a strategic partnership with Durham University, following Yale University and the National University of Singapore, to create a global network of 12 leading research universities for delivering his Faith and Globalization initiative in association with Tony Blair Faith Foundation. In May 2010, Durham joined the Matariki network of universities together with Dartmouth College, Queen's University, University of Otago, University of Tübingen, University of Western Australia and Uppsala University. In 2011, the University of Durham's ethical reputation was called into question by the revelation that a donation of £125,000 had been accepted from British American Tobacco despite the involvement of members of the university's Department of Anthropology, School of Applied Social Sciences and Medical School in the tobacco control field, criticized as being of dubious financial necessity and showing insensitivity to the surrounding population. The controversy led to direct appeals to the then-Chancellor Bill Bryson, to whose scheme for educating female Afghan students the donation had been made. The tobacco industry donation was not repaid. Campus. Durham University owns a 227.8-hectare estate which includes part of a UNESCO World Heritage Site, 1 ancient monument, 5 Grade 1 listed buildings and 68 Grade 2 listed buildings along with 44.9 hectares of woodland. The estate is divided across 2 separate locations, Durham City and Queen's Campus, Stockton. The 2 locations are connected via a free bus service that runs frequently throughout the week. One of the major public attractions in Durham City is the 7.3 hectares Botanic Gardens, established in 1970, with over 78,000 visitors. Durham City is the main location of the university and contains 14 of the 16 colleges along with most of the academic departments. The Durham City estate is spread across several different sites. The Bailey is the historic center of the university and contains 5 colleges as well as the departments of music and of theology and religion. The Institute of Advanced Study and Palace Green Library, housing the university's special collections. The Bailey is linked to Dunelm House, home of the Students' Union in New Elvet, by the university's Kingsgate Bridge. The Old and New Elvet areas contain a number of departments in humanities and social sciences including philosophy and sociology. The Leazes Road site on the north bank of the Wear, opposite the university's racecourse playing fields and Old Elvet, is home to the School of Education and Hildbeat College. Old Elvet was previously the site of the university's administration in Old Shire Hall, which has, since September 2012, been based on the Mountjoy site in the Palatine Centre on Stockton Road. The Mountjoy site south of New Elvet contains the vast majority of departments and large lecture theatres such as Appleby, Scarborough, James Duff, Hayward and more recently the Cullman Learning Centre, along with the Bill Bryson Library. Upper Mountjoy contains the Psychology and Biological and AMP biomedical schools, along with various research centres. Elvet Hill, south of the Mountjoy site, has 8 of the colleges as well as the Botanic Garden and the Vice-Chancellor's residence in Hollingside House. It is also home to the Business School and the Department of Government and International Affairs, as well as the Tokyo University of Japan in Durham and the Oriental Museum. The university plans to build accommodation for 1,000 students at Mount Oswald on Elvet Hill, although it has not yet specified whether this will be a new college or colleges. Ushaw College, 5 miles west of Durham, is a former Catholic seminary that is a licensed hall of residence of the university. It hosts parts of the Business School and of the Center for Catholic Studies. It used to house some students from Josephine Butler College, but since summer 2015, the only students at Ushaw are business marketing students. Queen's Campus was established in 1992 and is located in the town of Stockton-on-Tees, some 30 miles away from Durham City. The campus is home to around 2,000 full-time students, 2 residential colleges and the Wolfson Research Institute. Currently a number of subjects can be studied at Queen's Campus: medicine, pharmacy, accounting, business and finance, applied psychology and primary education. In 2007 the university purchased an option for a 4-acre site on the north bank of the Tees, announcing plans to develop the academic structure at Queen's and the possibility of a new college. A bus line connects Queen's Campus to Durham City and a one-way journey usually takes 45 minutes. In November 2015 it was announced that the university would not be renewing its option on development of the North Shore site and would be holding a wide and robust consultation process on the future of the Queen's Campus. In February 2016 it was revealed that the university's working group had recommended moving the colleges and academic activities currently at the Queen's Campus to Durham City from September 2017. Possible future uses for the Queen's campus include an international foundation college, where students from other countries would study for a year before moving to Durham. The university said at the time that the proposals were at a relatively early stage, with a final decision expected by July 2016. It was later confirmed that the colleges and most of the academic departments would be moved to Durham City, with the School of Medicine, Pharmacy and Health being transferred to Newcastle University. The relocation is expected to start in September 2017. The Queen's campus will remain part of Durham and become an international foundation college. Libraries. The Durham University library system holds over 1.5 million printed items. The library was founded in January 1833 at Palace Green by a 160-volume donation by the then Bishop of Durham, William Van Mildert. The library operates 4 branches: Bill Bryson Library, Education Library, Queen's Campus Library and the Palace Green Library, which holds the special and heritage collections. The Bishop Cosen's Library contains medieval manuscripts and over 5,000 printed books, many early, and the Sudan Archive of the Central Library were granted designation status in 2005 by the Museums, Libraries and Archives Council. In 2012, the university was part of a partnership with the British Library and Durham Cathedral to purchase Europe's oldest intact book, the St. Cuthbert Gospel, for the nation for £9 million. It is displayed equally in London and Durham, being shown at the university's Palace Green Library for the first time as part of the Lindisfarne Gospels Durham exhibition, the 1st of July the 30th of September 2013, and again subsequently. In addition to the central library system, each college maintains its own library and reading rooms such as the Breitenstein, Brewis, Williams and Fenton Libraries of St. Chad's College, which contain over 38,000 volumes. Many departments also maintain a library in addition to the subject collections in the central and college libraries. Readers are also entitled to use the theology library housed by Durham Cathedral in its cloister. Museums. The university manages a number of museums. Built in the 1960s, the university's Oriental Museum grew predominantly from the acquisitions of the university's former School of Oriental Studies, initially housed across the university and used as a teaching collection. The size of the collection led to the building of the current museum to house the material. The collection to date contains over 30,000 objects from Asian art to antiquities, covering the Orient and Levant to the Far East and the Indian subcontinent, with over a third of the collection relating to China. The national importance of the Chinese and Egyptian collections can be seen in the designated status from the Museums, Libraries and Archives Council achieved in 2008. The Old Fulling Mill is the university's Museum of Archaeology. The museum was opened in 1833, being the second university museum in England to allow admittance to the general public. The museum focuses on the heritage of the northeast of England, with collections spanning the prehistoric to ancient Greek and Roman to the Anglo-Saxon periods, although the key collection is that of the medieval and post-medieval period.